Have you ever heard of a country so high in the mountains that its people call it the roof of the world? This is Tajikistan, a land where the earth seems to reach up and touch the sky, and every breath you take feels crisp and new. Here, the mountains are not just a backdrop, they are the very heart of the nation, shaping its people and their way of life. It's a place where ancient history whispers on the wind and traditions stand as firm as the peaks. The stones of old forts and the walls of remote villages have witnessed centuries of stories, of empires rising and falling, of travelers passing through on the legendary Silk Road, and of families who have called these valleys home for generations. Tajikistan is a mystery to many, a hidden corner of Central Asia, often overlooked on the map, yet brimming with life and culture. Its valleys cradle small towns where time seems to slow down, inviting you to pause and listen to the stories carried by the wind. But isn't that the best invitation? To step into the unknown and see the world with fresh eyes? There's a special kind of magic in venturing where few have gone, in letting curiosity guide your steps along winding mountain roads. My journey here began with a feeling, a pull toward a land of contrasts and breathtaking beauty. The Pamir trails called out to me, promising adventure and the chance to witness nature's grandeur up close. I wanted to understand what it means to live in Tajikistan today. How do people balance the old and the new? What hopes and challenges shape their daily lives in a country perched between tradition and change? What do people dream of? What are the hopes that light up the eyes of children, and the laughter that fills the parks and playgrounds? What do they eat for breakfast? Is it the warmth of fresh bread, the comfort of tea shared with family, or the sweetness of fruit grown in mountain orchards? What songs do they sing to their children? Are they lullabies passed down through generations, or new melodies that echo the dreams of today? These questions open doors, revealing a shared humanity that connects us all. In every greeting, every shared meal, there is a story waiting to be heard, a reminder that no matter where we come from, we are more alike than we are different. So come with me, let's leave our worlds behind and travel together to Central Asia. Let's be open to the unexpected, to the kindness of strangers, and to the lessons that only travel can teach. This isn't just about seeing a new country, it's about feeling it, understanding its people, and letting it change us. It's about forging connections that linger long after the journey ends. Let's turn the page and begin our adventure in this extraordinary land, where the mountains touch the sky and the people's spirit soars even higher. Together, we'll discover the whispers of the roof of the world, and maybe, just maybe, find a new part of ourselves along the way. Life in Tajikistan moves to the gentle rhythm of the seasons and the ever-present sun. Each day begins with the first golden light spilling over the mountains, waking the land and its people. The air is crisp, and the world feels both ancient and alive, as if time itself is measured by the sun's slow journey across the sky. In Dushanbe, the capital city, Soviet-era buildings stand beside sleek, modern ones, telling a story of change and resilience. The city is a living museum, where history and progress blend together, and every street corner whispers tales of the past and dreams of the future. The city wakes slowly. People head to work, children walk to school, and the aroma of baking bread fills the air. Street vendors set up their stalls and the hum of daily life grows steadily as friends greet each other and shopkeepers sweep their doorways. The bazaars are the city's heart, a riot of color, sound, and life. Here, you'll find mountains of spices, dried fruits, and laughter echoing between stalls. The market is a place where stories are exchanged as often as goods, and every visit is a feast for the senses. Beyond the city, the world becomes vertical. Villages cling to mountainsides, homes built of stone and mud, shaped by the wind and the will of their builders. Life here is shaped by the land, and every home seems to grow out of the earth itself. Here life is simple and hard, but deeply connected to the land. The fields are tilled by hand, and every harvest is a celebration of patience and perseverance. Families work together tending crops, sharing both the burdens and the joys of rural life. Generations gather in the fields, passing down knowledge and tradition with every season. Shepherds guide their flocks across steep slopes, their voices echoing in the valleys. Animals are more than livelihood, they are companions, and their care is a daily ritual. Food is central. Plav, a rich rice pilaf, is shared on special occasions. It brings families and friends together, symbolizing abundance and hospitality. Bread, or naan, is sacred and always broken by hand. It is never cut with a knife, a sign of respect for the food that sustains life. To be offered bread and tea is to be welcomed as family. Hospitality is a cherished tradition, and guests are treated with warmth and generosity. Whether in a city apartment or a mountain hut, family is the anchor of Tajik society. Multiple generations live together, elders are respected, and children are cherished. The wisdom of the old guides the young, and every home is filled with laughter, stories, and love. Community is everywhere, in neighbors helping each other, in hands joined to build a house or harvest a field. The spirit of togetherness is strong, and no one is left behind. Even strangers greet you with a smile, a simple gesture that makes you feel at home, no matter where you come from. This powerful sense of belonging is woven into daily life, creating a fabric of trust and support that holds communities together. It's a beautiful, reassuring part of Tajikistan, a land where the sun, the mountains, and the people are forever intertwined, and where every day is a celebration of life, connection, and enduring tradition. In December, much of the world glows with Christmas lights and carols. But in Tajikistan, the season is quiet. Since 2015, public Christmas celebrations have been banned. No trees in squares, no Father Christmas at schools. The law aims to preserve Tajik culture, focusing on traditional holidays like Nowruz, the Persian New Year. For most Tajiks who are Muslim, this changes little. Their big celebrations are Eid and Nowruz. But for the small Christian community, Christmas has moved from public squares to private homes. The government's goal is to protect national identity and curb foreign influences. There are also rules on weddings and spending, all meant to guide society and prevent excess. To outsiders, these laws may seem strange, but here, unity and shared identity are valued. It's a reminder. Every country decides for itself what matters most. In Tajikistan, some traditions are as unyielding as the mountains. One of the most sensitive is the importance of a bride's virginity, a matter of family honor. This belief is so strong it's tied to social expectations and sometimes official procedures. Many young women feel pressured to undergo virginity tests before marriage, often seen as essential as the marriage license itself. The process can be stressful and humiliating, turning a private matter into a public one. Similar customs have existed elsewhere, rooted in old ideas about family alliances and honor. While many societies have moved on, these traditions remain powerful where family reputation is paramount. For many, it's about upholding a moral code, not just controlling women. Outsiders may see it as restrictive, but within the culture, it's seen as vital to social fabric. It's a complex issue, highlighting the tension between tradition and modernity. In a remote village nestled among the Fan Mountains, I met Rahim, an old man whose life was etched in every line and wrinkle of his weathered face. His eyes, bright yet gentle, seemed to hold decades of stories and wisdom. Rahim welcomed me into his humble home and invited me to share a cup of tea. As the fragrant steam curled between us, he began to recount tales of his youth, herding sheep across the rugged hills, braving harsh winters, and living a life shaped by the rhythms of tradition and the land. He spoke of his arranged marriage, a partnership built on trust and respect, and the strength of community, how neighbors always help each other, sharing what little they have, especially during hard times. In Rahim's world, generosity and kindness are the threads that hold the village together. His life is simple, content, and built on mutual support. The village moves at its own pace, where every gesture of help is a silent promise of belonging. Later I met his granddaughter Zainab, a bright young woman with dreams as vast as the mountains. She was studying to become a doctor, her textbooks stacked high beside her. Zainab served tea with practiced grace, honoring her family's customs, but her eyes sparkled with ambition. She dreamed of traveling beyond the village, learning new skills, and one day returning to bring fresh knowledge home to her people. While Zainab deeply respected her family's ways, she longed to choose her own path, to shape her own destiny. She wanted to honor her roots, but also to grow beyond them. Yet she faced pressure to marry a local boy, to settle down as tradition expects. Every day, she balanced the weight of family expectations with the pull of her own dreams, quietly wrestling with the choices ahead. "I love my family, but I want a life I choose," she whispered, her voice barely above the hush of the evening. Zainab's story is a gentle reminder that no culture is a single story. Every family, every person, carries their own hopes and struggles within the larger tapestry of tradition. Within every tradition, individuals like Zainab walk a delicate line, navigating between respect for the past and hope for the future, between duty and desire. Her quiet determination, her willingness to dream, is a symbol of a country in transition, where the old and the new meet and mingle. Tajikistan is changing, one dream at a time, as young people like Zainab look to the horizon, carrying both tradition and hope in their hearts. And every cup of tea shared is more than a ritual. It's a bridge between generations, a quiet promise that the future will honor the past, even as it moves forward. To travel through Tajikistan is to follow the ancient Silk Road, once a bustling crossroads of civilizations. Caravans carried silk, spices, and ideas through these mountain passes, connecting China to the Mediterranean. The Sogdian merchants who ruled this trade left a legacy woven into the country's fabric. Ruins like Panjakent reveal a cosmopolitan world, frescoes, temples, and markets echoing with ancient voices. This history shapes Tajik identity, a blend of Persian, Turkic, and Mongol roots. Their language, art, and textiles all carry Silk Road stories. The swirling patterns of Suzani embroidery are more than decoration, they're history and thread. Tajiks are proud descendants of poets, scholars, and merchants. The spirit of curiosity and connection from the Silk Road still lives here. Tajikistan's natural beauty is staggering. Over 90% is mountainous, dominated by the Pamir and Fan ranges. The Pamir Highway, one of the world's highest roads, offers humbling views of jagged peaks and deep gorges. Rivers and lakes, each a different blue or green, carve through the land. Iskanderkul, a pristine alpine lake, mirrors snow-capped peaks in its still waters. This landscape is home to rare wildlife, Marco Polo sheep, snow leopards, soaring eagles. In spring, wildflowers blanket the meadows in color. Living here shapes the Tajik spirit, resilient, strong, and deeply connected to the land. The mountains are not just a backdrop, they are part of the soul. They provide sustenance, inspiration, and a sense of place. To witness this bond is to glimpse the heart of Tajikistan. As I traveled, I saw familiar moments. Mothers scolding children, boys playing football, couples exchanging shy glances. These scenes could be anywhere. They're the universal threads of human life. Customs may differ, arranged marriages, holiday foods, public rules, but the emotions are the same. Love, hope, belonging. I remember sharing a meal with a family near the Afghan border. We didn't share a language, but we communicated through smiles and bread. The mother's pride in her daughter was unmistakable. In that moment, differences melted away. The real story of our world is found in these quiet connections. They are the bridges that remind us we are one human family. My journey through Tajikistan left me with warmth and questions. It's a country of beauty and strict rules, ancient hospitality and modern challenges. The true beauty lies in its layers. The greatest gift Tajikistan gave me was the reminder to stay curious. When we encounter customs that seem strange, our first instinct should be to ask, why? Understanding doesn't mean agreeing, but it does mean listening. Every culture has its own wisdom and story. We can read, watch, travel, but most importantly, we can listen. Stories like Rahim's and Zainab's build bridges between worlds. The world is full of stories. Each one makes our lives richer. The greatest adventure is the journey toward understanding. And it begins with a single step: the willingness to connect.